Hello, welcome to another mind-blowing grammar class. And in today's class, I want to talk about the verb, as simple as it sounds. But in today's class, I'm going to tell you the numerous rules that you're supposed to follow each time you want to form your past tense, your continuous tense, and all that. Over the years, we were told double the letter before you add ed, but you were never told why. You were also told add a d. You were never told why. Sometimes you were told when it is like this, do this way, but nobody told you the rules. In today's class, I'm going to tell you those rules. I remain Madam Udozo Cynthia Ifoma, your favorite English language tutor who would always bring English right to your doorstep. Follow me in today's class, and I promise you, you will be glad that you did. A verb is an action or a doing word. It doesn't matter whether it is in a sentence or out of the sentence. It is a doing word. And we have some examples. If I say clap, if I say sing, Jesus, you this one, oh, sing, sleep, jump. These and more are verbs. We have millions of verbs, but in today's class, I want to talk about the regular verbs. We have main verbs, the irregular and the regular verbs. But in today's class, we're going to look at the regular verbs. The regular verbs are those verbs that take a D, ED, or a change of Y to IED as the past tense and past participle. That is what makes the difference when it comes to regular or irregular verb. It is called regular because it has a format. It has a standard way to form the past tense and the past participle. So we're going to look at various verbs today, and I'll tell you the rules behind them. Follow me and let's do this together. We start with number one, dance. When you hear dance as the simple present tense or the present simple tense, we say dances. I want you to take note. The words I've written here. Here we have I, we, they, and you. These are the pronouns that can be used to represent all kinds of nouns. And here we have he, she, it. It tells you what to say each time you use any of those pronouns. So when I have the word dance, if you're talking about I, we, they, you say dance. That is what it stands for. The same happens here. If you're talking about he, she, or it, then you're going to add either s or es or ies, depending on the nature of the verb, which I'm going to tell you the reason for all those changes. So let's do this together. Dance. He, she, it dances. And when it comes to the past tense, we say danced. Why did we just add D? We have to add D because we have E already. So the rule says that when it is a verb that ends with E, remember, regular verb. I hope you got it right. When it is a regular verb that ends with E, you just add a D. And when it is past participle, take note here. Past participle would always take has or have plus the past participle of the verb. And the rule says just add D. That is why it is called regular. It follows a particular pattern. It is consistent in the rule. Okay. And this one states that when you come to the continuous tense, take note here. The continuous tense would always take the verb to be I am dancing. She is, he is, it is dancing. In the past continuous, we say we were dancing. They were dancing. She, I, it, he was dancing. That's the meaning of this. It takes all of this. Now let's go to the rule one after the other. We have seen the first rule that states when you have an E at the end of a regular verb, when you come to the past tense and past participle, just add a D. And when you come to the continuous tense, remove the E. I always tell my student, kick the E out of the box and put ing. Okay, this one, clap. When you come to the simple present tense, when it is third person singular, he, she, it, you say claps. He claps, she claps, it claps. But now let's listen to what happens here. When it comes to the past tense and the past participle, the rule states that you double the P. Why should we double the P? That is the question. Why should we double that last letter? That's what I'm here to tell you. You double the last letter, which is always a consonant. So you double the last consonant if you have just a short vowel. If you have one short vowel before one consonant, the rule states that before you add the ed, you double the last consonant. You can
Wow.
see I doubled mine because I have this vowel. Is a short vowel. That is what you have here, clap. So we have clapped as the past tense, and we have clapped as the past participle. And when you come to the continuous tense, the rule says that you're going to still double the P, and we have clapping. Does it make sense? I know that one of you out there, probably you never heard this from your teacher. Today you have the opportunity to hear it from me. Let's go ahead. The next, jump. When it comes to the third person singular, we say jumps. He, she, it jumps. All right. Now, when it comes to the past tense or past participle, the rule states that we should add ed. Why didn't we double the P here? Have you ever wondered? We didn't because we have two consonants. So when you have two consonants at the end, you just add your ed. Is that okay? And we come here, remember it's a regular verb. It's always consistent in what it does. So we say jumped, jumped, and here becomes jumping, two consonants. That is why we did not double the last letter. Let's go ahead. Talk, the same thing, the same rule here applies here. The same. We have the L and the K. So the rule states that when it is a regular verb that ends with two consonants, we should just add ed. And when it is a regular verb with a short vowel, you know the vowels, right? A, E, O, U. The short form, because there are longer ones, and you have a consonant, just a consonant, double that consonant before you add your ed. Taken. Yeah, I know you did. Okay, let's go to the next. Play. We're told plays for he, she, it, third person singular. And when it comes to the past tense, we are asked to add ed. Now let's go down. Carry. When it comes to the present tense, using the third person singular, we say carries. We change the y to ies. But when it comes to the past tense and past participle, the rule states that we should remove the y and add ied. The question is, why didn't we remove the y here? Why did we remove the y here? That is what I want to answer. Probably nobody told you. I am here to tell you this. We add ed when it is a vowel before the y. We just add ed at the level of the past tense and the past participle. But when it is a consonant before the ied, wow, the rule states that you remove the y and put ied. Is that taken? I will
Wow.
take it again. The rule states that when you have a regular verb that ends with y and there is a vowel before the y, when you come to the past tense and the past participle, you should add ed. But when you have a regular verb that ends with y and you have a consonant before the y, the rule states that you should remove the y and add ied for the past tense and the past participle. But when you come to the continuous tense, you bring back the Y and add ing. Does it make sense? And when you come here, the Y remained. Of course, we did not remove it. You add ing. Thank you. And we go to the last. To every rule, there will always be an exception. And that is what I want to tell you. When a verb ends with X, fix, don't double the X. Why am I saying this? Remember, I told you that when you have just a vowel in the middle before a consonant, you double the last consonant before adding the ed. And when we look at this very word, fix, X is a consonant, but it is an exception. That is the complexities we have in English language and in most languages. So, in this case, when you have any verb that ends with X, don't double the X. That is why fix, for third person singular, we add ES. Fixes, he, she, it, fixes it well. When you come to past tense, we say fixed. You don't double the X. And when you come to the past participle, you don't double the X. And when you come here, you still don't double the X. I know you've been able to learn something, but before we go right now, we're going to do some exercises to prove to me that you've grabbed the lesson. And by so doing, I know you'll be on your way to hit that goal you're looking for in English language. Stay tight. Don't go anywhere.